All right, welcome incoming students. Welcome to this part of the KU orientation. Today we're going to be going over the dining halls here at KU, what to expect, how to prepare, being able to eat a buffet for every single meal. Is certainly a great opportunity, but with that definitely comes quite a lot of responsibility, the need for a lot of responsibility. So today we're going to be giving you some tips and trying to make that process a little bit easier and help you out with that overall. So the freshman 15, you might have heard this term before. You probably will hear this term during your freshman year. Freshman 15 is kind of a phrase or a saying about the 15 pounds that freshmen typically gain. Obviously, the number is not 15 pounds. Usually, that's pretty extreme. However, there certainly is statistics to prove that this gaining weight freshman year is a real thing and a real problem. So as we can see here, 51.3% of students gain weight during their freshman year. I personally was a part of that percentage myself my freshman year, and I definitely put a lot of that towards the dining hall and just maybe overeating a little bit at some times. Freshmen gain weight at 5.5 times the general population. I think this is one of the most mind-blowing stats to me, and that certainly raises a red flag and makes you want to look into why are these things happening? Why are specifically freshmen at 5.5 times the general population? And a lot of that does go into dining halls. That's really the only year you're gonna ever have access to a dining hall. And only around 30 to 40% of freshmen participate in that daily exercise. This is also a cause to the weight gain. However, we're going to be going more into the dining hall nutrition side of things, although exercise is certainly recommended to help prevent this. And then also only 5.9% of freshmen eat breakfast daily. Skipping meals can be a problem, and we're going to get into that a little bit later. Although you'd think maybe eating less can be better, that's not always the case. And missing meals such as breakfast can lead to other problems that we'll discuss here in a second. So here is kind of a list of some of the different stations we have at the KU dining halls. You can see salad bar, deli counter, taco bar, grill, Asian grill, fruit vegetable bar, pizza counter, dessert counter, fountain drink machine, ice cream machine, toppings for your ice cream, and then there's so many other ones. There's a chocolate milk station, all that kind of stuff. So this is just kind of for you to look at, prepare, see what to expect. I know me personally coming in, I didn't really know what to expect whatsoever. So this is kind of what we have. The grill will usually have different items every single day, like some kind of main dish, such as like fish or chicken tenders, grilled chicken breasts, things of that nature. With great power comes great responsibility. I think this is a great quote, especially pertaining to dining halls. Yeah, like I mentioned, having a buffet every single day it's certainly an insane opportunity, and with that, yes, you need to have some responsibility. So here we have some tips that I've listed. Knowing your portions and tracking the calories contained in your foods. You can go online, on the KU website, you can actually see all the nutritional values of all the foods, and we actually created a handout as well that we'll be passing out later that has some of the foods that you can use as a reference point going into your freshman year. Yeah, this is always helpful to track your calories, because calories are one of the biggest contributors to weight gain, and watching your calories, going over your calories, of course, is what leads to all these things. Balancing your diet, reaching macro and nutrient goals. It's important to get all your nutrients, especially as a freshman. So mixing up your diet, including everything in the My Plate that I displayed in the last slide, is important. And this also is important for getting your energy levels up, sleeping better, stress levels down, everything pertaining pretty much to how successful you're going to be in school and how focused you're going to be in classes, things like that. So it's important to get all the nutrients in that you need daily. And then, like I was talking about earlier, skipping meals can lead to overeating your next meals, is what the problem can be for, say, skipping breakfast. Well, then maybe you're going to be overeating for lunch, and then that might throw your dinner off as well. So staying consistent, trying to have a schedule where you eat around the same time every single day around your school schedule is important. And yeah, just staying consistent with trying to eat all 3 meals every single day. And that will certainly help you also with losing weight, as long as you're counting the calories, not gaining weight is what I mean. Managing your stress levels to avoid overeating, that kind of goes back to the nutrients, but also other things can go into that. School is very stressful, so trying to be wary of your stress levels, because that definitely can lead to wanting to eat more or feeling like you need to eat more during those stressful times. And then another tip I had that helped me when I was a freshman was trying to eat slowly. This way you're kind of able to process the food, let it sit, feel how full you actually are, rather than eating a lot of food quickly while it hasn't processed yet and you're still kind of hungry. And then you're just going to be extra full once that all catches up to you. So slowing down can definitely be beneficial. All right, next I wanted to kind of give some tips on eating in dorm rooms. Dining hall obviously is a great opportunity, but there's going to be times where you just want to make food in your dorm room, whether that's a meal, a snack, something of that sort. So here's kind of just some easy ones that I listed. Pre-made meal plans, you can go online. Subscription based, if you do have access to the money, can be an easy way to do it that way. The dining hall at KU actually for a fee will give you a to-go box, so you could fill up whatever your favorite meal is, and then take it back, put it in your mini fridge, which I believe most dorms should have if you're bringing them. I know everyone that I saw as a freshman had them, so I'd certainly recommend to have a mini fridge. Microwave meals, you're also going to need a microwave. That is the only thing KU will allow, kind of appliance-wise. No toasters, no blenders, but microwave, you're all game. So microwave meals can be an easy, beneficial way. Just make sure, again, you're looking at the calories in that, as well as fruits, easy to store in the mini fridge or not even in a fridge at all. Some of them, sandwiches, very easy way. You just need bread, cheese, and deli meat. Both cheese and the deli meat can go into the mini fridge and not take up very much space, and then set your bread wherever. And then dorm kitchen. So you might check with your dorm or your RA and see if your dorm has a kitchen. Some of them have rooms where there's stoves and all the appliances you need to make actual meals from your dorm. Not all of them have them, but I would certainly check to see if you have access to that, because that obviously opens up a lot more opportunities to a lot more meals. Losing weight doesn't mean never eating. I know I've kind of hammered that, trying not to eat many calories. That doesn't always have to mean you're not eating a lot of food. Here are some foods that are high in fiber, which certainly helps with making you feel full with your gut health, and just making sure everything's working down there in the stomach. Water isn't high in fiber, but I wanted to list that because it is important to make sure you're drinking a lot of water. I know a lot of people don't think about this, but if you're always drinking water and drinking a lot of water throughout the day, you're going to be fuller from that water, therefore wanting to eat less. And then, of course, all the other benefits that come from drinking water every day. Fruits, vegetables, both can be very high in fiber. Also pretty easy to keep in a mini fridge or just wherever you have space in your dorm room. Microwave popcorn or popcorn bagged, anything of that sort. Popcorn is a great way to get fiber. It's easy to make in dorm rooms. You can just have like a bag that you clip up or put in the microwave. We have yogurt next, is very high in fiber. And the reason I listed these specific noodles is because they are very, very low in calories, and they do make you feel full, as well as they have microwavable options. So this is kind of like you always hear about the ramen. This could be a substitute for ramen. Maybe just throw it in a bowl with water, put it in the microwave, and you have some noodles that are going to make you feel full, taste good, and are low in calories. Oats, nuts, seeds, those sorts of things, also going to be great in fiber. Really important to keep those in your diet, just to prevent yourself from overeating come the dining hall time, or while you're at the dining hall, to prevent yourself next time from overeating. So here's our first activity. This is going to lead on to our next one. This is going to help us a little bit. So if you don't know specifically right now, if you wanted to lose weight, if you want to maintain weight, if you want to gain weight, then you're going to follow each of these columns. So first, what you're going to do is multiply your current weight by 15. And then depending on whether you want to gain, lose, or maintain weight, you'll add 500 or subtract 500. Now these are just rough estimates. And the total you should get should be the daily number of calories to reach the goal of either losing weight, maintaining, or gaining weight. Again, like I said, these are rough kind of calculations. There are many free online websites where you can enter in your weight and your height, which definitely factors into it, along with other things to find your actual daily calorie limits, and then also better figure out what to add or subtract. So I would definitely recommend checking out those websites. But the number you get should be around the calories you should be eating to maintain whatever goal that you picked. And lastly, moving on to the handouts, we're going to be passing these out now. This is what I mentioned about the KU dining hall, kind of all the calories, everything you have on there. We actually went from the KU website and entered all these in manually. These are just a few of the options here. There's so many other foods, so like I said, I'd recommend checking out that website, the KU website, and checking the nutrients, the nutrition facts on all the foods. Yeah, here you go. This is also kind of like your first test at, let's say you are going to the dining hall. So here's kind of your first test to go through and be able to see what maybe you would like to take. So check these all off, and then you can see the total in the bottom 4. Write the total for that counter, that section, and then add them all up, and then we'll look at your daily calorie goal, and we'll see how you did. So yeah, just go through, try and pick like 3 meals maybe, just checking some boxes, and pretend like this was where you actually were at KU, and you actually were at the dining hall, and you were actually about to pick this plate. Is kind of how I wanted this to pan out. And then you can also keep this for later on. Whenever you are enrolled here at KU, just taking this if you want to keep this just to be able to track your calories as a little kind of cheat sheet, be able to see what you ate that day pretty quickly. Then yeah, we kind of want to give this to you guys to keep for the rest of your KU freshman year, potentially. And yeah, so that has been my presentation on dining halls, the great power that comes with them, the great responsibility that's needed with that, and trying to prevent the statistics that we saw earlier with the high rates of gaining weight among freshmen. We're going to try and combat that. We're going to try and fight it. So hopefully you gained something from this, and I thank you very much for listening, and good luck in your KU careers.